traders. Before I start, let me remind you that trading is risky, and you should know that. And also, this past performance is not indicative of future results. And today, I want to introduce to you a new update to Trendline Breaker algo. And let me show you. Now this is the most recent one because it's on version 2.0, and with this version I've added add-on to this version. So I will enable the this add-on. See, when strategy gets enabled, you get this add-on to the strategy. Now you may just ignore it, just put it on the side if you don't care about it. But the reason behind it is we got rid of that flag trader, but you can control longs on or shorts on from here. This will control the strategy. And sometimes, when you're I guess the way I look at it is you have algo that with that you trade with most strict settings. The best part of algo trading is that it helps your patience. You just don't have to be there at all times, but you'll just wait for that perfect setup. But along the perfect setup, there are setups occurring, and you as a trader can really uh, capitalize on those trades that are developing. So this chart trader is still developing, but let me show you what it does. Now, if you select next long or next short, see it says it's armed. It means uh, next time when it will break trend line, it will enter long. It will use stop loss and take profits from the strategy settings that we have here, uh, extreme bar and take profit. So it will be used from the strategy. But we can also override this stop loss. Usually it's on the previous on the current bar, but let's have it on the previous bar. So let's see what it does here. Okay, so see, so it printed this arrow. Let me see this. It printed this breakout arrow. So and it entered long, and it entered the previous bar stop loss. They're identical here, but anyways, it will choose the previous bar or the current bar, whichever is lower for loans. So yeah, sometimes it's you are there as a discretionary trader. You are welcome to create your own strategies. And I also pointed this out. See this consecutive trends means this zero means zero. Downtrends are 0 right now, but the uptrends is 1. So if you can look at it, this is the uptrend, so this is the current uptrend. And the reason behind it is, let's just, the reason behind it is, when there is just one strategy, when there is one trend line, consecutive trend line, it's one thing. But let's say if there is a 3 consecutive trend lines, that tells you something, right? That tells you that market is trying to like it's trying to break or trying to form a pattern to break to the downside, like, or to the upside for the third time, for 2-3 times. Let me see if we can get it. See, right now it's changed to downtrend one. Let me see. Oh, okay. See, so this is a consecutive trend lines 3, and let's count it. So we have this one, this is the second one, and this is the third one. You can tell it by these dots, that's when they get formed. So we are on a third trend line, but there was no flag for, I think it's just, I don't know why, but that would be a good setup for loans. Uh, like this one was, I mean, this would have been a setup, but you would have to also look at other metrics, health metrics here. Like it would tell you that even though the momentum is not that low for loans, uh, but the way that this EMA and slow EMA and fast EMA oscillate, and they're pretty low. So you could come up, you could do a back testing and come up um, with your own setups. But that was the idea behind it, is that hey, what if there is a consecutive trend lines, and if we are, we have this uh, thresholds, if they're not quite up there, let's say our strategy, in order for a loan, we want threshold to be 4 for momentum. And if we look at momentum here, our strategy wouldn't, it's minus 6.88, strategy wouldn't take it, so you probably wouldn't want to take it either. But that's the point, is that even sometimes you see strategy will not take it, but there is still good opportunity for a quick scalp, or this or that. Now, for so this strategy uses this long threshold and short threshold that you can override from here. So what you do is you just make sure you leave that as a negative number. Let's say you want to put it 8. So it will recalculate on next bar, and right now it'll be 8. It has to be, for to go short, momentum has to be less than 0.8, or long, it has to be uh, long over than 4.0. So that's that. Let's look at the flag long and short flags. So let's compare that. As you see in now, this strategy is also needs to be a little bit more developed, but it's there right now. And for the demonstration purposes, let's change this to 3 for shown flags, and flag lookback period is 3 bars. And let's change this to 35. Let's make it less restrictive. So what we said, we're gonna look for bull flag. See, this is printed bear flags, so it'll display bear flags. And yeah, let's just the same idea. You click button, and then it
Reversing.
oops, that's kind of loud. See, so it entered this flag, and you
reversing,
see it's right there, because if we were gonna plot stochastic, it's gonna be less than 35, so that's why it plotted this bear flag. And previous bar. Okay, so I'll need to fix this on the next version, because the stop loss is should be on this bar, on this high. But this is just a demonstration purposes for now. Um, so see, we could have changed the take profit to 1 to 1 risk reward, and I probably would have taken that trade and profit. Uh, so yeah, so this is the improved version, and yeah, go ahead and test it out. I will supply with strategy templates that I've used for previous version, and also yeah, also let me say something here. Is let's see. Now let's we have this setting for higher time frame setting. It's right here. So the strength of a trend line is 5, and HTF bar I've tested with 50 and 30 minutes. I stopped on 5 minutes, and what it tells us is that on higher time frame, if we go short, then bar supposed to be short on higher time frame, and also we're gonna block if the wick for for on higher time frame is larger than this percentage. So in other words, if it's like relatively to a half wick of that bar, so we're gonna mark it as no go. So because like let me let's say let's say if we have a setup right here, if we're looking at uh, well, actually let's do this. Let's do the crosshair. Let's say, would we take a trade here? Well, let's say we have a trade here somewhere. Uh, so trade develops somewhere here, but if this wick is more than 40% of the body, we would skip this trade for short. In this case, it probably would have worked. We still have continuation, but let's say we're right here. See how why take short if we have a high wick here? So that's the idea behind it. Okay, so thanks for watching. Bye.